So many thanks for speaking to us. My first question would be the first global launch from your side. What is the strategy? How you want to take this year? I mean, what sort of product lineup that you have got in, and what is the overall understanding of the market as of now, sir?
So from a product lineup perspective, overall, I think a lot of people in India do know Xiaomi already. So we've been here for more than 10 years, done exceedingly well. In fact, based on what we expected, we've obviously gone way beyond that. But what we are here today to talk about is the Xiaomi 15 series. Now this is a very unique series, right? So this is something that is new to Xiaomi. It's only this third iteration that we'll have, which is in partnership with Leica.
Okay.
So Leica is probably, I would say, the world's best camera brand, and they're completing 100 years. We've just completed 10 years in India. Globally, we are just 15 years young, if I could probably put that in. This series is focused on creating a phone which gives you a camera performance like you've never seen before.
Okay. Uh, so to my understanding, in terms of the consumer buying preference, what the trend that you understand? Is it that camera is actually driving this particular segment, or is it the AI? What is the overall scenario that you understand?
Sure. So there are a few things, especially when you get into the premium segment, that you cannot compromise on. So obviously battery has to be good, design has to be good, it has to be a rock solid phone, performance has to be the best that you can get. So that's why we are using a Qualcomm Snapdragon Elite here. But the differentiator between various brands is now in terms of camera R&D.
Okay.
And what kind of images are you able to take, what kind of images are you able to deliver, both from a color science perspective to the actual output. This is where we've been focusing a lot more to create that differentiator, to give a camera experience like nobody else can.
In terms of focus, is it correct to say that you'll be focusing much of your part on the ultra premium segment, on this particular segment where it costs somewhere around rupees 1 lakh? That is what is you're going to be core area?
For the ultra, it is going into the ultra premium segment. I mean, ultra, it just makes sense. But the fact that you're getting the best cameras you've ever seen on a smartphone, it is a lot of money that we've put in terms of hardware, in terms of research, in terms of our partnership with Leica, where there's an optical institute where Leica engineers and Xiaomi engineers work together. There are 3 optical institutes across the world. The primary one being in Germany itself, and all of that science is now coming into the play. So with the product so good, obviously there are no compromises here.
10 years you have completed. Going forward, if you can just share a bit of a strategy when it comes to 3 years or 5 years down the line, would you be focusing more on the offline expansion? Would you be focusing more on penetrating into tier 2, tier 3 market? What larger picture that you understand?
Sure. I mean, a lot of those things that you've mentioned. So one aspect is Xiaomi is a very unique company in a way that we've got a human times car times home strategy. So human is essentially your personal devices, your phones, your watches, your audio things. Home is the AIoT devices. So we've introduced a few of those things in India. Like we've got the robot vacuum cleaners, which have been super successful. We've got some security cameras. We've got smart air fryers, air purifiers, water purifiers, and things like that. That home strategy will become stronger and stronger. And just last year, it's actually not been just even 1 year, we launched our first ever car. It's called the Xiaomi SU7. That's already gone and broken all records. Today, we are also announcing the SU7 Ultra. It's still limited to the China market at the moment, but we are kind of bringing that into the global scene at MWC Barcelona. So a lot of people will get to see what world's fastest 4-door production car looks like. So we've made massive leaps there, but the idea is human times car times home. Every aspect of life that can be built better with the help of technology, Xiaomi will do that for you.
The obvious question comes in that by when we can see those cars running on Indian roads, because the kind of hype which has been created around Tesla and the kind of optimism that it has brought in. Similar sort of questions arises for Xiaomi as well.
So very excited about the new trend of cars that are coming in, and obviously electric cars are on the forefront of redefining what we know of cars today. For us, it's been less than 1 year.
Absolutely.
Right, so it's I think a little too early to get in, and obviously all of us know that it's years of on-road testing, especially for a car that has to be done before you bring it to the market. So not really anytime soon, but obviously India continues to be a very strong market and an important market for Xiaomi globally. So when the time is right, we'll definitely consider.
The Indian market is matured pretty enough.
I don't think so. I mean, if you look at most of the penetration for automotive, you look at the penetration for two-wheelers, or actually you look at the penetration in terms of a lot of consumer durables, we are still having a gap in terms of how far it can go. As the economy matures a bit more, I think there's still a headway there.
Uh, just talking about the investment part, though we have discussed it in the past. I mean, the kind of response that we have seen from the Xiaomi side, but still, the kind of penetration that you have achieved in your ultra premium segment is doing pretty good. Would you like to pump in more amount, more money, so as to expand your footprints to have much better experience in the Indian market?
Sure. So we are also realizing we started off as an online-only brand. We were very small, but with the success, we've realized that we need to reach more and more people. So this is where we've got our omni-channel strategy, where it's both online as well as in retail, and we are looking at expanding our retail footprint, going into more and more towns with more partners, right? So it doesn't have to be retail from our side itself, but I think as the Indian electronic scene gets a little more organized, the organized partners that we've got become even more important. So over the next few years, we are looking at continuously focusing a bit more on the omni-channel side.
Any numbers that you might be looking in?
We can't disclose numbers. We are listed though.
Okay.
But it is obviously on track. We do want to get to a good enough footprint. It's just initial years.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now. If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.